Hi, for what it's worth, I'm Mike, this is Justin, and we're here to talk with an unbiased preview of the new season in the NBA after all the trades have completed at 3 p.m. Eastern Time today.
Yes.
Wow, is all I can say. Are the NBA teams that scared of the Boston Celtics that they have to trade literally 14% of the players and draft picks combined in the entire league to make themselves better? I knew the Celtics are like that good, but damn, I didn't know they were all that scared. I'm sorry. Welcome to our unbiased report of the NBA trades.
The big story from this trade deadline is not any trade that actually happened. It's one that didn't happen.
That's
Anthony
right.
Davis stayed put with New Orleans.
Now, what does that tell you? It tells me that Danny Ainge has a little ace up his sleeve in New Orleans saying, "Psst, I got something for you." You know, I may not like who goes over there, but if it gives me Kyrie and Anthony Davis together, it doesn't matter who else you put around them. That's called championship number 18. Thank you very much. Maybe 19 by then.
Yeah, maybe. It is a very big deal. You have a lot of youth in Boston that's expecting to be traded in July probably for
I don't
Anthony
want him
Davis.
to go, but oh boy, do I. I mean, don't want him to go. Oh, I'm torn.
It's a tough trade. We have so much talent, so much future talent in after development.
My guys are going to go, Brown and Tatum. Well, at least we'll have AD and Kyrie. Oh.
Yeah, it's still a scary thing.
That'll
to
be the
look at.
next one. We'll rep them 2020.
But the other team that was very heavily looked at into getting Anthony Davis, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, they kind of went poo-poo on themselves over there.
Yeah.
We'll give you everybody. And they said, we'll call you another time. You know why? Because that's how they just be watching Boston beat LA's ass over and over and over again. Even in trade talks with AD, Boston beat LA by doing nothing.
The Lakers kind of got tired of waiting, so they end up making a trade. They traded Ivica Zubac and Michael Beasley to the Clippers for Mike Muscala, who wasn't with the Clippers very long.
Let me tell you a story about this man, Mike Muscala. He was playing for another team, and what team was that again?
The 76ers.
The 76ers. And he was traded to the LA Clippers. Now he's going in, getting out of the plane, bringing down his stuff all the way to the locker room, and he gets into the Clippers locker room and they say, hey, you're in the wrong place. He goes, no, I'm in LA, right? You don't know you're in LA, you're just not in the Clippers. Get out of here. Go to the other locker room. But what? Because he was traded to the Lakers before he even sat his butt down in LA for the Clippers.
Yeah, I feel that's a rough way to start his tenure in Los
I'm
Angeles.
sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you. I feel for you. That's why it's funny. We don't have that problem in Boston. They just stay.
Yeah. One of the other big trades that happened, Markelle Fultz was traded to Orlando. The Sixers finally gave up on him.
After what they gave us in Boston to get the number one pick, woo-wee! Tatum, thank you very much for giving us all those, and Philly for giving us all those, and Markelle, enjoy your time in Orlando.
Yeah, you'll get to go see Disney World.
Yes, without even having to win a championship. How about that?
In return, the Sixers got Jonathan Simmons, first from the Oklahoma City Thunder, and a second-round pick from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Because Cleveland wanted to stick their nose in there too, Bing, ding.
Yeah. So not a huge return, but the Sixers somehow got first for him. So good trade for them, I think, but doesn't really help them out much now.
Yeah, I think that's one of those chips for a trade at the end of the season type of stuff. Yeah. Kind of like, the Raptors. They are really trying to keep up with Milwaukee and see who's going to come out of the East. But they forget that those two are still trying to catch up to Boston.
Yeah.
Because didn't we eliminate Milwaukee last year? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they gave us a tough run.
Yes. And did Toronto beat us last year? Oh, no, they didn't get past Cleveland. They got swept. I think that's why they're trying to get a little better.
They definitely had to, but in trying to get better, they made a big splash. They traded with the Grizzlies to get Marc Gasol.
Well, he's nothing nice, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's mean, backboard, rebound galore with him. And he's not scared to shoot the three either, and that's kind of scary in itself.
Yeah, Marc Gasol is very talented. He's kind of getting up there in age.
Getting up there. 34. Woo! Damn, he's old.
In return, the Grizzlies got Jonas Valanciunas, Delon Wright, and Miles.
So they got the younger version of Gasol traded to them for Gasol.
Yeah.
And draft picks and 2 other players. They made out pretty good over there in Memphis.
Yeah.
So Toronto's trading its future for now.
Yeah.
You know, we know all about that in Boston, how well it works out that one time, and then the next 7 years you're sucking. Go with that, Toronto.
Yeah. One of the big hopes from this trade is Toronto wants to re-sign Kawhi Leonard. So they're hoping by getting Gasol and showing Kawhi, hey, we're looking to win now, maybe Kawhi will re-sign with them. But we'll figure that out in the offseason.
Well, last year he did not rule out he would sign with Toronto. Again, like re-sign. And that just means he wants a lot of money from Toronto instead of some other place. But will they be able to keep everybody happy after, them bringing all these high-profile players, veterans in? I don't know. Maybe so. But it'll be interesting because they got to get monkeys off their backs, and a lot of that is mental. Not meaning they're insane, but, well, they are, because they think that they're going to beat the Celtics. And they have to get into that mindset after losing and getting swept out by other teams and remembering last year's failures, because we'll be good to remind them before the playoffs begin, just to make sure that they got it off their chest. I don't want to see them carrying last year's burdens into this year. And that's just me being nice. So I'll remind them just before they play the Celtics what happens to teams that play the Celtics. Do you know, Justin?
I think I have an idea.
I think they go home crying over spilled milk. But let us see that for what it's worth. That's my opinion.
Yeah. The Sixers and the Raptors are not the only Eastern Conference contenders that got better. The Milwaukee Bucks also made a trade.
Ooh.
They traded with the Pistons, acquired Stanley Johnson, and then they flip him to the New Orleans Pelicans for Nikola Mirotic. So
They gave up 4 picks to New Orleans. Oh!
yeah, 4 second-round draft picks, Stanley Johnson and Jason Smith for Nikola Mirotic.
Is he that good? Do you think he's going to improve the Bucks that much?
Well, he spaces the floor really well for them. He can shoot the three. Giannis can't. So having a guy that can space the floor while Giannis is attacking the rim is very good.
But when you got him attacking the rim with his arms that are 20 feet long, it doesn't matter if he shoots from 3. He gets dunked standing on the ground. He's that good.
Yeah, so we'll see how it pans out. I mean, the Pelicans went for that splash last year, and it helped until DeMarcus Cousins got hurt, and it didn't quite work out for them.
Didn't they let a superstar go that went all the way to Golden State?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they have a history of keeping the good prospect, because even in a slightly injured state, this man is dynamic. And now you just gave them a 6th All-Star player going into the playoffs? It's going to take a lot to beat Golden State. But I think the Celtics could be up to the challenge. They haven't been knocked down. That game they lost 115 to 111 in the final minute of play. Whoo!
Yep.
We weren't
Celtics haven't lost since.
That's right. We've only lost 1 out of the last 10, and that was the one.
Yeah, stinging.
Yeah.
But in all these trades, the biggest of them all was probably a couple days ago was Tobias Harris, Boban Marjanovic, and Mike Scott to the 76ers in exchange for Wilson Chandler, Mike Muscala, as mentioned earlier, and Landry Shamet.
The guy they drafted in the first round this year. They just traded him for 2 more first rounds and 2 second rounds, and the other 2 players too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but what a shakeup. Tobias Harris going from the Clippers to the Sixers. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
No.
After it's all said and done, the Celtics probably didn't like that trade. The Clippers got worse, so the Celtics likely won't get their first-round pick, assuming they don't make the playoffs, and making that trade makes that more likely. And the 76ers got better. So as Celtics fans, we're rooting on the Clippers to make the playoffs. That's another trade chip for Anthony Davis.
All I know in Philly, you're chasing dreams. Because last year, when you said, "Oh, we're gonna bring it," you were down 3-0 at that point. And you were 3 games behind making comments. How do you think adding these players and draft picks are gonna improve your situation? You can't think straight. You're 3 games behind. Oh my. The Celtics are gonna have to teach you another lesson when it comes time for the NBA playoffs. Well, that's all I have to say for what it's worth today to the Sixers or anybody else that believe that they have a chance this season in the NBA Finals or playoffs to beat the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough go for the Celtics, but we'll see how it pans out.
You are running a fever. I'll get him some Advil, and I'll tell you about it next time. Thanks for what it's worth. I'm Mike, and that's Justin. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please ring that bell for your notifications. Then you'll find out when we post our next video. Thanks.